Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
తెలుగు కళ్ళే వస్తాయంట. Hello, Dr. Amrith. How are you?
Hi everyone, welcome to
Uh,
this webinar. I'm doing good. Hope everyone can hear me good.
yes, we can.
Uh,
Before you start, Dr. Amrith, I would like to take a brief moment to introduce you to the students so that
yes,
they
please.
are aware of the speaker. So, students, good evening, and thank you so much for joining in on a Sunday evening. It shows a lot of speaks a lot about you all. So, we are honored to have Dr. Amrit Lakavali, and he's a renowned AI and ML expert, and he's currently serving as a principal clinical data uh, lead at Fortria, Canada. And Dr. Lakavali has an exceptional career span of around 25 years in AI and data science, in medicine and healthcare. His leadership role at Parexel and collaboration with Accentures and Wave Pharma highlights his significant contribution in this industry, and his expertise in EDC system, clinical data management, and data analytics, along with his accomplishments in the program leadership and project management in multinational pharma projects, is an underscore his influential role in sorry, integrating innovative technologies into traditional pharmaceutical framework. His commitment to quality and regulatory compliance, and operational excellence has made a lasting impact in his field of expertise. So, thank you so much, Dr. Lakavali, for joining in. And students, please,
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Shweta.
thank you, sir. It's all yours, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, thank you for those kind words. And I would like to share my screen here if I just figure out how quickly I can do that. Uh, Share my screen. And I'm going into, just bear with me for a moment. Okay, here we go. Is everyone able to see my screen
Not it, sir.
now? Are you guys able to see my screen?
No, no,
No,
no,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir. Was
Your photo is visible, but I think the presentation that you're planning to show it is not visible.
Okay, just give me a moment here.
Yes, sir. We
Yes,
can
sir.
see.
All right, so let's
Yeah.
dive in. Just bear with me for a second. All right, almost there. Okay, is everyone able to see my screen? The first slide.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
excellent, excellent. So yeah, first of all, I would like to um, extend my gratitude for giving me this opportunity for Clini launch, Dr. Karuna ma'am and Shweta for organizing this excellent opportunity for everyone to meet today. So, without taking any further moment, let's go into the topics for today. And again, feel free to interrupt me at any point of time during our presentation. Although in today's presentation, we are going to touch base upon lot of domains. It could be your professional life, your personal life, or healthcare industry as the main focus today. So we'll keep laser focused, and I'm going to share a lot of examples or case studies during the presentation. And as part of the today's webinar, I would like to make it very clear that all the views and comments expressed in this webinar are solely personal. It's mine, and it's nowhere concerned or related towards my organization where I'm working. Okay. As Shweta pointed out, I'm an internationally trained dental surgeon, and I've been in this industry close to around 25 years. And I take this opportunity to give back to the community so that my main passion is sharing or democratization of knowledge, especially in the field of artificial intelligence. Okay. I know today, looking at the huge number of participants in our um, webinar today, there are going to be a lot of people who are from various domains who are going to be part of today's webinar. So it's always a challenge to customize your presentation or webinar when you have a diverse set of audience. You might be industry experts, you might be from finance, or you might be a different domain. But I will try and focus and share my perspectives from a novice premise, thinking that the audience for today are very naive and they don't really have a good understanding of artificial intelligence. If that is fine with all of you, but if the audience feel that the topics that are covered in today's presentation are, yeah, and a kind of request, I'm seeing some background noise, request all of you to put your mics on mute so that it's clear for all the audience. Just take a moment. Shweta, could you please request everyone to put their mic on mute so that we don't get any disturbances while we are presenting?
Sure. Students, you are all requested to please be on mute. If you have a question, please raise your hand and wait in the lobby. Thank you so much. Sorry for the interruption, Doctor.
No worries, no worries. Absolutely fine. So, yeah. So where we were getting is in terms of the audience for today, and if anyone feels that the topics covered here are very basic, or from a student perspective, or people who know more about artificial intelligence, I encourage them to voice your questions towards the end of the call.
So you're on mute.
Okay, someone muted everyone, so I think that was the problem. Is everyone able to hear me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I was automatically muted. Okay, so very clearly, the audience, I'll be presenting from a perspective that it's purely educational students who are very new to this topic. And the first slide you have here on my presentation is regarding the overview slide. So there are a lot of topics which are going to cover, and I'm going to spend 3 to 5 minutes on each slide. So, Shweta, is the plan to take any questions during the meeting as well, or we wait till the end? Because if I'm sharing my screens or the slides, I will not be able to view the questions which are being voiced by the audience. So, is the plan to do kind of some QA sessions only towards the end, or do you want to bring up like select a few questions from the list during at each point of slide, and then we proceed further? Is that acceptable? Can we go ahead in that fashion?
Yes, sir. Anything, as per your convenience, we are fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So one of the first part I would like to just touch upon is the whole understanding of artificial intelligence and the perspective. Why is artificial intelligence such a hot topic today? Why was it not a few years back, 5 years back, or 10 years back? So the first thing you like to understand is artificial intelligence is not something new. Back in 1950s, a very famous mathematician, English mathematician called Alan Turing, had something called as the Turing test, which was one of the initial things. I think we can, if we can look back into the history of technological development, we talked about computers, machines, and man. How easy can computers match human intelligence? Okay, let's talk about the Turing test. Is you might, if some of you might have already heard about Alan Turing test, either from your professional education or reading any books from the library. But I'd like to just briefly mention about the Turing test, because the concepts actually started way back in 1950. Okay, what is so fascinating about the Turing test? The Turing test, what it mainly said was, it's a test where you put a human to ask questions to a computer and to a human being, and those questions get answers or responses from two sources which are hidden. So a person who is asking a question doesn't know which response is coming from a machine and which response is coming from a human. Okay, you ask a question and you get two sets of responses, and if a human being or a person who is asking the question cannot identify whether the responses is coming from a human or it's coming from a machine, if he or she is not able to differentiate between those two responses, then it was considered that the machine which was providing the answer is smart enough or intelligent enough. Okay, so that is where the concept of the scientists started thinking about artificial intelligence and developing machines or computers which can way surpass human intelligence, or at least match human intelligence. So that is where the concept started. But long time back, if you see in the 1950s, we did not have much data as we are generating today. And also, we did not have the technological advance in terms of the hardware or the compute power, what we can call, as we are having or seeing today. Everyone would have heard about NVIDIA. It's a company which develops highly integrated, specialized artificial chips, which are enabled in supercomputers in today, and the GPUs, or the graphical processing units, which are an essential for testing any artificial intelligence model. So the advancement or the processing power of these chips are way advanced than what we saw 10 years back or 15 years back. So that's the reason we are seeing this hot topic about artificial intelligence. And one thing you need to understand about artificial intelligence is, if I break it out, what is artificial intelligence is? Artificial, as we all know, if you just go by the literal meaning of the word, it's something which is not natural. So it is something which is man-made, which is not natural. And when we talk about intelligence, it can mean various things. Intelligence, there are various kinds of intelligence. Intelligence can be numerical intelligence, like computing numbers, math. Intelligence can be in the form of art, so that's also a form of intelligence. Intelligence, human intelligence in terms of visual representation, art. So there are various aspects of intelligence. But essentially, when we talk about the word artificial intelligence, it corresponds to a set of rules, or if you might call algorithms, which have the capability of predicting something or providing something which is not very humanly possible, or which is collectively called, can be considered as intelligent. So today's concept, when we talk about artificial intelligence, is also, you can also interpret as artificial collective intelligence. Okay, that is the concept you need to understand. So when we talk about healthcare, when we talk about artificial intelligence, if you have to explain your 10-year-old kid or a kid going to a school, Mama, what is artificial intelligence? You can just say that it's a collection of computers and it's a collection of human beings working together to solve a problem. Okay, this is what how you will explain your grandmother or your parents who does not know anything about computers, or they don't know anything about algorithms. Let's say they didn't go to school, but they still are curious to know, because if you ask me, those people are using artificial intelligence in their daily life as well. Your kid is using artificial intelligence in their daily life. So your kid might talk to Alexa, or you might be driving your car and you're asking your smartphone, give me directions to this place. How much time will I need to get to this place? All these applications are nothing but artificial intelligence. Or you might be just opening up your phone which is locked, looking at your phone, it's doing facial recognition and opening up your phone. That is artificial intelligence. Or you're trying to use your card, you're stepping out of the home, you're trying to do a transaction on your Visa card or whatever, debit card or banking card. You get a warning on your phone saying that there is a fraudulent transaction and your card gets locked. So that is an application of artificial intelligence. So there are various aspects of artificial intelligence, whether you know it or not, you are using in your daily life. That is why it becomes very important for each and every one of us to understand what is artificial intelligence, how this artificial intelligence is going to impact our lives, and how soon we should be ready for these technological changes. Okay, so I would like to stop here before going to the next slide and ask Shweta if there were any questions posted from the audience pertaining to very general concept of artificial intelligence. Maybe take one or two questions and proceed to the next slide. Shweta, would you like to share any questions which the audience might have, or the student community might have, based on just the overview and just the topic we just covered now? I'll just take a few moments here, like to pause, let you uh, um, present few
Any
questions, and we can
questions?
take. Yeah, go ahead.
Any questions, students? Doctor, students don't have a question as of now.
Sure. One thing, Shweta, I would like to bring up is there is a lot of people, there's a lot of myth, a kind of a thinking saying that with the artificial intelligence, so many people are going to lose their tech jobs, or there's going to be a lot of downfall in terms of the job market. I want to just demystify these things and just share my perspective on why artificial intelligence is good in certain way, and what is going to happen in terms of the job market. So the it's a myth when I say artificial intelligence is going to take away a few jobs. It's a myth. What is going to happen is artificial intelligence is going to make us more productive. So it is going to be a more of a job change or a transformation, rather than saying that computers and humans will be working together to solve the problem, because we have not reached a stage where uh, computers can fully take over to do a task without any human interference. Okay, there was a very popular automobile company, and the owner of that company, the CEO of that company, has been promising the customers that we are going to have fully autonomous driving vehicles in the near future, since way back in 2016. Okay, I would like to just throw a few realistic things here. So talking about fully autonomous driving vehicles, is just saying that let's give this very broad example. It's just saying that in the next 2 to 5 years, Mars is going to be overcrowded. Okay, we all know humans have explored outer space, we have explored the moon, but to say that Mars is going to be overcrowded in the next 2 to 5 years is not going to happen. Okay, whether it's going to happen, yes, it can happen, but the thing about predicting the future is it's easy to predict what, but you cannot predict when it's going to happen, right? But we know for sure that in next 5 years we are not going to occupy Mars and going to make it overcrowded. That's very certain. So it's as easy saying that in the next near future, artificial intelligence is going to take away all our jobs. So I'll rest assure everyone. But as students, you have to just focus on making sure that you take the best advantage of artificial intelligence, and that is why we are here to learn more. And I gave lot of support to organizations like Clini Launch, which are trying to addressing this gap of people or knowledge or workforce who want to understand more about artificial intelligence, and then take the best make the best use of it in their professional life and personal life. Okay, so that's the main focus. So the next topic I would like to briefly touch upon is the types of artificial intelligence. So in the previous slide, we talked about what is artificial intelligence, a kind of a bird's eye view. The next thing we are going to talk about the different kinds of artificial intelligence. So the first thing what we want to talk about is what is called as the weak AI. So we are in the current age where we are seeing a lot of applications, AI applications, which are trying to address a very specific problem. Okay, it could be an app which translates from one language A to B or B to A. Okay, trying to translate from English to French or French to English or any other language. Okay, so that is an example of what we consider as weak AI. Okay, any application which is designed to solve a very specific problem can be considered as a weak AI. So if I want to think about more examples like that, I just gave an example in the first slide when